Hi everyone and welcome to day 3 of our 5-day challenge. Today is about doing a little bit of housekeeping when it comes to your content. Now we're going to go a bit more into the type of content that you should be creating in day 5, but for now we're just going to go over how to optimize your posts. This is exactly how you should be posting to get the best reach from the algorithm and the best reaction from your audience. So the first thing we need to talk about is size. Now turns out it does matter. When you're creating your single and carousel posts, you need to make sure that they are in the longer portrait size that Instagram offers rather than the traditional square posts. This format takes up so much more of the screen and is so much more likely to stop the scroll, so to speak. Staying on the subject of stopping the scroll, avoid using black or white as your background color in your single and carousel posts. This is because the white post will blend in with the traditional background of Instagram and the black post will blend in if somebody has their dark mode setting on, making it far harder to stand out and stop the scroll. Staying on the subject of design, make sure that the font you decide to use in your posts is readable. Avoid anything too funky, floral, handwritten, or cursive. This is important for 2 reasons. Firstly, if a post is difficult to read, many people will subconsciously scroll past as it's assumed to be more effort to consume. Secondly, Instagram has AI text recognition software built into it, meaning it can actually read the words within your posts. This means it can understand more about the context of your post through the words that are actually within them, and thus show it to more appropriate audiences. Some of those more funky or cursive fonts, however, are harder for the software to read. Both of these also apply to the contrast between your text and your background. If they don't contrast well with each other, it's also hard for people to read and for the software to read. Okay, so design factors aside, let's move on to the more technical side of optimization, the back end of your post, so to speak, and that is hashtags and keywords. Keywords are words or phrases people would use to search for and find pages and content like yours. There are many ways to find the keywords you should be using in your posts. My favorites are the softwares and websites keywordtool.io, Answer the Public, ChatGPT, and also SEMrush's keyword tool. Another simple way to find your keywords is simply to brainstorm. You can also pair niche words with words like tips, hacks, ideas, and inspo. For example, Instagram tips, DIY hacks, vegan meal ideas, or interior design inspo. Having these keywords and key phrases show up consistently in your content is going to help train the algorithm to know who you are, what you post about, and who to show you to. There are 6 key places that you should use keywords in your content. In your spoken word, for example, when you're speaking out loud in a reel. In your text within your carousels and singles, like we just said before, Instagram software can actually read them. In the text within your reel, in your captions, in your alt text, and of course your hashtags. Now when it comes to hashtags, the ideal number Instagram suggests that you use is between 3 and 5. Remember, use hashtags as keywords. Make sure that they make sense both with your niche and with the post itself. Your micro challenge today is to create a new post and make sure that you've used this video to optimize it. And don't worry, I'll also send you a checklist with all of this information on too.